Well, good morning, Commanders. Rocket here. Got a Tower Deception video for y'all enjoyment today. Doing something a little bit different. I mean, there is guides on the Tower of Deception out the wazoo, so not so much a guide rather than just a fun video, kind of a guide if you wanna redo the tower or whatever. It's kind of fun. Basically, just using, believe it or not, tacticians. I started doing the tower. I wanted to do it on the off season of GVG, but as you know, we can only do so many a day. And look, wouldn't you know it, they changed Hidden Chamber 8 on me to not use tacticians. So that's absolute bullshit. Because I had it done. I had it done with A0 Rosalia. So not too happy about that. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. It's just really fun using Valara and Nezha. They synergize so well, their alts for the later stages. Like if you activate both of their alts at once, and especially if Nezha is killing demon soldiers, Nezha's gonna have about 10 to 15 seconds more alt time left after Valara's done alting. And I mean, if anything is not in front of Valara, she's gonna regain that rage. And they synergize so well. So I mean, this is honestly, we probably could have just placed them there with the gear I have and let them basic attack all these things to death. Honestly, probably don't even need them both. But for it is what it is. As the later stages, like 30 plus, I tried to be, well, you have to be a bit more creative. You have to be a bit more creative. So for the later stages, a little more creative as far as the wood elf, or not the wood elf, the little green sprite provides 50% rage regen, so looks just super uncomplicated and easy now. But there are some stages where Valara just does some really cool stuff with her cross map chain lightning. Just a lot of fun using these tacticians. I'm liking them more and more. After I do this Nezha Valara, I might do a cultist run for the Tower Deception. Or I might just use a bunch more of the tacticians and take out Nezha. I don't know. Gonna get creative. Gonna do a few things. This is one here. I wasn't sure if these things were just gonna blind Valar and move on to the portal, but they did not. And Nezha's big explosion there at the end mops the floor with him. I was trying to make this video earlier, and I guess a couple of the runs, this being one of them, it wasn't the shortest run, so I just assumed these were all going to be the shortest runs for me clearing them, but apparently it wasn't, and I had to redo it. So here I am now, a couple hours later. Just took the dog for a walk, got him some training. He likes to fetch a stick, but apparently 3 times a trick, 4 times a chore with this guy. I love him to death. So yep, just sitting here at the dog park making a video. Valar's so cool, man. You know, I'm starting to realize with these up and coming heroes, like, honestly, with the Matrix, it's so much more about the gear than the heroes for the most part. Nezha and Valara are an exception because Valara's A5, you can run her with crit damage and it works, and Nezha you can also run with crit damage, even if she's A3, he's A3. And the defensive penetration with Nezha, it's just these new heroes. I'm going to be honest with you. You got to kind of read their kits, yes. But also, you just really got to look at their base stats. Like, when Valara come out, it was like, holy crap, an AoE with like 6k attack. Like, this isn't right? You just kind of knew that she was going to be overpowered. And you got some of these other guys, you know, every time a hero comes out, they're, oh, this is the latest and greatest and newest and best. And only with the gear. You know what I mean? I can swap Valara's gear for Nezha's gear and have them do the same damage, or vice versa, or less or more. Same with pretty much all the heroes, you know. I can use Guan Yu instead of Nezha, or just swap their gears, and they both do about the same amount of damage. Nezha kind of messes up the Matrix because of his ult, but just really got to look at base stats. And sometimes in the case, see, that was pretty cool there. See that? Valara just executed everyone there. Across the river. Cross map, cross river. That's awesome. But yeah, you got to really look at these base stats. Philesi, I think, is one where her attack increases as her minions do. Well, her minions attack faster. You don't have to run her with attack speed. And for every demon soldier, I think that's killed, it increases her attack, or something increases her attack up to like 20-25%. So you put a Tiara Twilight on her, and her base stats go up tremendously. That's why it's such a good hero. You know, that's my only opinion for heroes that are coming out. They got to have the base stats. And I can't imagine they'll try to run another AoE hero with the base stats of Valara, because also I cleared, I got my Campaign Conqueror badge, so it's everything but the part 2, the Nightmare part 2 at the end. Pretty much Valara Nezha, the whole thing, so yeah, I'm not really too impressed with the new heroes that are coming out, other than I might try to go for Akira, I believe is the limited. Just because the faction's right. I mean, the base stats are, she's going to do the same amount of damage as anybody, really. You know, Guan Yu, it doesn't matter. Look at Estrid, for example. Estrid does a bunch of damage, but only because she, in her kit, it's straight AoE, and she would do so much more. But her base stats, if Estrid's base stats were like Valara, Estrid would be out DPSing Valara, even with the lower base stat, because she's straight AoE. Well, maybe not out DPS in Valara. It's pretty hard A5 Valara, but Valara can only target, what, 5 or 8 units, right? So if Estrid's hitting 12, she only needs 50% of the base stats to do the same amount of damage. Ish. All I'm saying is pay attention to the base stats, man. It is in a time of life where we need to conserve our resources, pick and choose, and make the right decisions now, because not only that, skill crystals, everything is a commodity, and they will not. They're not everlasting. Anyways, there's the rant, there's the rave, there's the first 5 stages of Tower Deception using Valara Nezha. As always, you stay to the end. Appreciate your time. Hope you enjoyed it.